SCIE. For some reason, this one sounds familiar to me, but obviously looking back into the past here, I don't even see any notes here. So obviously we didn't go through this one. I thought we did. We are currently looking at today's trading. Today's trading volume is at 7 million. Let me correct that. That's quite a ways off. But I want to point out, look at going from 0006 up to 0008 here with only 14 million shares being traded. I want to point out, though, every time that it does pop, coming off that bottom, that 0006 area, look at that pop. You get a 3-day pop right there, giving it all back the following day. Came back down to that 0006. 1, 2, 3. Another 3-dayer. Giving it all back off of that 3 days. Look at that 1 and 2 here. You see that twice in a row. Coming down to that 6. You getting ready for another popper. Very, very possible. I would watch this one as well. Looking at the chart, there's no other way to tell you that, it's got history of pops. You can run them for what it is. Normally here, they're only for a few days now, but don't forget, look at what happened over here in 2016 in February. A nice move here, multi-day run, few days of a pullback, and just kept going. That would have been really hard here to time the entry and exit, in my personal opinion at least, because going off the history here, coming down back to that 20-day, down to that 20-day right here, and just basically fell apart from there. But with that being said, doesn't mean the opportunity is not here. So keep that in consideration, and shout out to you that brought us this one by email. I would be watching this one. 30-day simple moving average right now is currently at 0007. Nothing in the rear view mirror that I would be concerned with. This one might be getting ready to make a pop here. Getting above the 30-day. I can't put it on a technical analysis alert yet because I don't see that parabolic star flip, but really watch this one, guys. This one really might have the potential. SCIE, we'll see what Joe has to add for this one. 07.
Yeah, so I just pulled up two different things on it. It takes time, you understand, to pull everything up. All right, so I found that. All right, good. All right, so with these guys right here, there's two different filings. I'm seeing the 10K, which was received on March 31st, 2017, and then they also had a pre-14C that was received today. So I pulled up that first, and that right there was on April 24th, 2017. The board of directors voted to submit to the company's stakeholders or shareholders a proposal to amend the company's amended and restated articles of incorporation to increase the number of authorized shares of capital stock from 2 billion to 3 billion, consisted of an increase in authorized shares of common stock from 1,996,000,000 to 2,996,000,000. Let's see. All right, so as of March 31st, 2017, 1,440,320,059 shares of common stock were issued and outstanding. 3,085,000 shares of preferred stock were issued and outstanding. 3,000 shares of super voting stock were issued and outstanding. Each share eligible to vote the equivalent of 1 million shares of common stock, and 912,000 undesignated shares were authorized but not issued and outstanding. In addition, approximately 111,200,650 shares of common stock have been reserved for issuance pursuant to common stock purchase warrants, and 1 billion shares of common stock have been reserved for issuance upon the conversion of convertible debentures, and 34,168,800 shares of common stock reserved under equity incentive arrangements. All right, so as a result, the company had a deficit of approximately 585,689,509 shares of common stock that are not issued and outstanding, but are committed for issuance. All right, so that's that. So I mean that whole thing's there for you to go through. I mean it's extensive. There's a lot of different information for you to look at, all the different shareholders of record and everything else on it. All right, so with the 10K from March 31st, I pulled that up. I wanted to see this. It said, we have limited operating history with significant losses and expect losses to continue for the foreseeable future. We have yet to establish any history in profitable operations. We have incurred annual operating losses of approximately $2,444,000 and $2,483,000 respectively during the past 2 years of the operations. As a result, at December 31st, 2016, we had an accumulated deficit of approximately $53,966,000. We have incurred net losses from continuing operations of approximately $4,467,000 and operations for the foreseeable future. All right, so that's that. So let's see. At December 31st, 2016, we had a working capital deficit of approximately $10,440,000. We had an operating cash flow deficit of approximately $1,513,000 for the year ended December 31st, 2016, and an operating cash flow deficit of approximately $1,890,000 in 2015. So that's that. All right, so that's all there for you guys to kind of go through and see what's going on with the company in general, because I'm not really sure. Their latest press release was on. So I don't see any recent press releases. The one that I found right here is from November 1st, 2016, and that was SpectraSCIENCE announces presentation of WAVStat clinical results for the diagnostics of small collateral cancer polyps at the UEGW. So that was back in November 2016. So we haven't heard anything on the company since then. But I mean, you know, it's pretty much they're a San Diego-based medical device company that designs, develops, manufactures, and markets spectrophotometry systems capable of determining whether tissue is normal, precancerous, or cancerous without physically removing tissue from the body. Protected by more than 30 patents in 28 countries covering fundamental elements of the technology. It's called the WAVStat.
Yeah, I think we got quite a bit here. I think we got enough.
All right, well, hey, okay, that's fine. So if you want to continue doing more due diligence, just go right over to that SCIE board. From there, you'll see the company profile, the time and sales, the recent news, the filings, the financials, the buy rating. As always, if you have an opinion on the company, feel free to share it with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that we have using the site daily by posting right over there on that SpectraSCIENCE Incorporated board.
SCIE over here, 0007 watch might be setting up for a move in my opinion. Resistance at 0008 and 001. Support at 0006. I would definitely want to see this one keep above 0007 right now, especially with the 30-day simple moving average creeping up underneath it. Keep an eye on that volume because that volume is starting to pick up as well. SCIE, if you follow this one, make sure you subscribe and share this video with all other investors on different social networks, stock message boards, and stock forums. We'd appreciate it. And if you'd like to participate in our live show, you can do so at investorshangout.com/live.